Auction time. This is the 7.0 series auction. 7001. A large Obsidian blade from stuff I just got from Brian. Now this one I did off camera because I did not want to break it. Yeah, this is not an easy type of obsidian to nap a long piece from. It's highly brittle and it gets finicky. And I left it a little bit thick because it's much easier, both in terms of stress relief, and it's easier to get good flakes when it's got some good convexity to it. This one is 8 3/8. The widest part of it is 2 3/4 almost. Yeah, it is sharp all the way around. I sharpened up here near the tip more than I did everywhere else. The bottom or the base is the least sharp. And yeah, it's just I just try to capture as much of the obsidian as possible from this piece. Yeah, I've still got large pieces I'm going to do on video. This one though, I did do it off camera because it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Yeah, but it's not that difficult to sharpen. It's just hard to get it nice and smooth because the flakes do break up. Okay. Is it translucent? That's a good question. I'm glad you reminded me. It is not. No, it's kind of an opaque, buttery. It is a buttery type of obsidian, but it's got bands in it. It doesn't have a sheen, or not very much, but it is buttery. It's just the buttery that breaks up easy. You know, the flakes will break up, and you'll get patches of very difficult to nap through areas sometimes. Okay. And it's not because it's inconsistent material, it's just because the flake patterning needs perfect or really nice surfaces to run long flakes. Okay. 7002. This is made from heat treated. No, not heat treated. This is a Amoeba chert from Sal. Yeah. Texas chert. Texas Amoeba chert raw from Sal. I did some of this on video on the unboxing, and it's this shape because I wanted to capture as much of it as I could, because it was kind of an odd shaped nodule. Okay, so this is just a knife. It's a little bit thick as well, thicker than what I normally do. This could be a handle, or you could use it as a tang on a knife. Let's see, it looks bigger than it really is. My hands are small, so when you get this, it's going to look smaller. Yep, it's 7 inches. Okay, that's why I measure these, because you're going to say, oh, that's a big old knife. No, it's not. 2 inches at the widest. All right, so if my hand can wrap around with 3 fingers, but when you get it, you can only probably wrap 2 fingers on it. Okay, so just be aware. Sharpened all the way around. I didn't even dull this area. This is still a little bit sharp. This is kind of dull here, but it's sharp all the way back here, and it's still. I did not grind this handle area. I don't know if I did that on purpose or not. I just did not grind it. Yeah. This stuff can be finicky. Even though it's high grade raw, this Amoeba chert, it did get finicky on me. Yeah, in this area actually. That's why this tang is so long. It got finicky in this area, I think, on this side. One of these sides, can't see it anymore. Just maybe some traces right there. See that? But it got finicky somewhere around in here. Okay, there you go. 7003. There are 3 objects in this item number. These are practice points. This is a practice Scottsbluff or Eden style. This one is heat treated Buffalo River. Yeah. It is a practice point. It takes a long time to get used to making these. Especially when I'm going to start making the Edens with very regular flaking. Yeah. The preforms are the hardest thing to do on these because it has to be nice and smooth for these flakes to run well. And it has to be the right proportion. Everything has to be perfect on the preform. The final flaking pattern, yeah, you got to get used to it, but it's not as difficult as far as the process. Getting it nice and smooth and regular as a preform is quite difficult, actually, without grinding it. See, the guys that do flake over grind or fog, they grind that preform perfect. All right, so this is a practice Clovis. It is not translucent Obsidian, right? It's not translucent. Maybe a little bit. It's got a little bit of translucency. Yeah. The Buffalo River has none. And this is a Texas chert I just got from Sal. This is slightly translucent. And this was a heat treat. Yeah. Sal did heat treat this. So these two things I got from Sal in the last unboxing. Okay, so yeah, these are practice points, believe it or not. You know, I'm trying to get these flutes more consistent, longer, and more consistent with the way that I'm doing it. I'm doing it with indirect percussion, freehand indirect percussion. I have no jigs, and I'm not going to use jigs on these. So the flutes end up being kind of short. But with more practice, they will get longer. And I'll probably have to keep these things thicker to do the longer flutes. See, these are kind of thin. All right, let's see. What do we got? That's the wrong thing. We got to measure. Almost 3 inches on the Scottsbluff or Eden. 3 1/8. See, I'm hesitant to call that an Eden because it's not good enough. And it's a little bit, actually, not, it's too wide. It's not narrow enough for an Eden. So I call it a Scottsbluff. I forgot this already. 3 1/8. 3 3/8. So this is Texas chert heat treat. This is Obsidian from Brian Olson, I think. I'm getting mixed up now. I should just stop saying who it's from. Yeah. But this is definitely from Danny Collins. And this definitely from Sal, but I just can't remember if it was Alan Cole or Brian Olson that sent me this. Very high grade material. I like it. Yeah. Easy to sharpen, easy to nap, although it does dive. And it gives you such a nice glossy finish. Yeah, this is excellent stuff. All right. 7004. There are 3 items in this item, the 3 objects under this item as well. Okay, now I did, let's see, these 2 on video. These are on video. Yeah. And I did this one this morning to make a set of 3. Yeah, because I like sets of 3. I don't know why. This one is translucent. This is chert from Sal. I think this is a heat treat. Yeah. Or is it from Sal? Let me check this out here. No. These 2 are from Sal. This one is mine that I had from a long time ago. But they're all Texas cherts, okay? This is a heat treat. This one that's mine, my chert that I had from a long time ago. This is a heat treat, translucent. This is a heat treat, not translucent. And this is, I don't know if it's heat treated, and it's very translucent. Okay. This is that high. This is a root beer chert, right? Yeah. What do I call these? These are like Washita points or Toya points. If I were to make these notches a little bit like this one here, more pointy instead of more round, it starts to look like a Toya point. Otherwise, they're called Washita. Or if you find these further west, they're called like desert side notch or something. Okay? Okay. What's the size? I don't know. A little bit more than 1 5/8. Yeah. 1 11/16. All right. I like them. But I got to get rid of them. Hate to get rid of them, but it's the law of the West. All right. 7005. This is a box of bifaces. Yeah, these are... I was going to make stuff this week out of them, but as you know how it goes, right? I never have enough time. I think I do, and I try to plan on having enough time, but I never have enough time. I don't know what it is. I'm going to describe each one, okay? Let's measure them first. That way we can get that out of the way. So don't forget. 3 1/2. 3 7/8. 4 3/8. I don't know, a little bit more than 4 3/8. And a little bit more than 4 3/8. So that's like 4 7/16. These two are exactly the same length. Imagine that. All right, so what is it? This is Heat Treat Buffalo River from Danny Collins. So is this. Both of these are Heat Treat Buffalo River. Preliminary preforms. Well, how should I say this? They're not refined. To refine them, I would need to sharpen them a little bit more with preliminary sharpening. That's why I messed up. I said preliminary too early. Anyway, these do not have the preliminary sharpenings. These are just refined. Yeah, I guess I can call these refined bifaces. They're thinned down, but they're not. They don't have the edges straightened. Okay, and they're not fully sharpened, obviously. Okay, all right. This one is a gunmetal type of dacite. Gunmetal gray type of dacite. Difficult to nap, actually. It's more rough and more stone-like, but it's difficult to nap. Especially when it comes to sharpening, it will crush. But it was being finicky, and some of the flakes end up being really weird on this stuff. Yeah. But I did get it thinned down. This one I started on video on a live stream, like the Wednesday's live stream. And from an unboxing. I can't remember, but it's raw. This one is raw chert. And I think this is from Izzy, but I don't know for sure. Isadora sent me this, I think. It was all kind of cracked up here on this end of the nodule. And then I shaped it on video. I got a biface from it on video, and then I refined it off camera. Yeah, because it's not that easy to work. It's very tough. But all it needs now is sharpening, some little bit of edge work, preliminary edge work, and then the sharpening. This is some of the same obsidian as this Clovis. Yeah, it's basically the same texture, but this has more banding in it than this one. You can see some banding in this one, but it's not as distinct as this. Now, let's see. Let's look at the translucency. No, a little bit. You can see the banding on the edges. This is translucent. And the dacite, of course not. And the Buffalo River heat treat, of course not. Yeah. You should know this already. Okay, so 5 bifaces under this one item number. And it's just refined bifaces, but not sharpened. Okay. I should do these two together. The last two I'm going to do it together. 7006, 7007. These are flakes of Amoeba chert. Yep. Amoeba chert flakes. I tried to make sure there's no issues. So some of this does have cortex, but it should be okay. All right. Now, it's going to be challenging to get some arrowheads out of some of this stuff. Like this has some length on it, but this is not for beginners. Okay. It is excellent material, but again, I don't recommend this kind of stuff for beginners. If you're kind of squeamish, yeah, you're going to be upset if you're brand new and nap this, because it will snap in half easy, and it will develop step fractures easy. I mean, it's beautiful material, excellent, right? That's what this was made out of. Hold on, see this? You can make nice stuff out of it, but this is for people who want. They have a discriminating taste and they like certain materials. And Amoeba is kind of rare, so I'm offering the flakes. Okay, so here we go. What is the size of the flakes? 3 1/4, so they're all around that size. Yeah, a little bit over. This one is not quite 3 inches. No, 2 3/4. Some of these are really thin. Okay, so you can try your hand at attempting a thin flake arrowhead. And this flake is actually a little small. It's actually pretty big, comparatively speaking. All right, 4 inches. So here we go. So there are 2 types of Amoeba chert. These pieces here are from the same nodule, this tan colored stuff, and this got a bullseye. I think these went together somehow. I don't know where, but they look like they go together. Yeah, like that. Okay. The tan ones are all the same nodule, and then these are all the same nodule. Okay. So 2 different nodules, but they're both Amoeba chert nodules. Okay. All right, that's 7006. 7007, same deal, same stuff actually too. Right, same nodule. This one was a big nodule, the tan stuff, and so was this grayish stuff. Okay, so I'll give you a look at this. No, I didn't separate these according to quality. It's just whatever fit in the boxes. Okay, I try to keep them the same weight as far as the boxes go. I think this one might have more weight to it. I don't know. Let's see. No, I did not weigh them. I just kind of guessed. But I did try to keep them about the same. Okay, there you go. All right, let's see. Rules. Okay, these are just a short version of the rules. I'm using these little note cards. Okay. There will be an auction here every Monday. I will post the auction video at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I'll try to get it posted at 4 p.m. Sometimes I might be late. And they will end at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every time. That I won't be late on. Okay? You bid in the comment section. If you're not able to post a comment, you will not be able to participate in the auction. You bid under one or more of my pre-populated comments. Please include the item number if you're not sure you placed your bid in the correct place. Okay, kind of self-explanatory. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. Okay, just fair warning. Okay, I reserve the right to call the winner as I see fit in any case, right? Okay, so there's been issues where it's been very close and people have been bidding at the last minute, and sometimes YouTube says you're late, even though you and I both know you're on time, but I got to use a time tracker that everybody sees. So that's why I use YouTube's time tracker. All right? Okay. Look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you have questions, you can email me or post your questions in the comments section. So my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. All right. There is a description of the auction in the description box. I also post this short video clip every time in case you don't like reading. Yeah. There will be a hard close of the auction at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It depends on your time zone, though. It ends at 8 if you're on Central Time, 7 if you're on Mountain Time, and 6 if you're on Pacific Time. Make sure you account for your time zone. Okay? All right. I will begin announcing winners 1 minute after the top of the hour. It may take me up to 45 minutes to announce all the winners, though. Okay, so give me some time to announce all the winners. I will start at 1 minute after the top of the hour because I refresh the comment section to make sure I see everyone's comment and I know what time they bid. Okay. I will hit the heart button if you win. This is the only notification you will receive. There is no private messaging in YouTube. And I will not hunt you down on Facebook or anything like that to announce that you are the winner. I will put a heart on the winning bid. I will heart it or love it or whatever it's called. Okay? All right. As a last resort, I can bid for you if you contact me before the auction ends. However, I will not bid for you closer than 5 minutes prior to closing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Again, my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. You can email me if you're having trouble. You can bid as many times as you like. I will only charge you the amount that beats the next highest bidder. This helps to prevent sniping. Okay, so if you're not sure what that means, just look at previous auctions. You'll see that some guys bid a lot toward the end of the auction. They start putting in bids at the last minute just so someone won't snipe them for like $2. You know what sniping is, right? If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Did I skip one? No. I will hit the like button if and when I see your bid. It may take me a while, but as the time approaches the closing, I check more frequently. Okay, so this is how you know that I'm seeing your bids or comments. I will hit the like button. Okay, this is very important, especially if you're new. If you suspect that your comments or bids are not being seen, try asking if I see your comments bids. You ask in the comment section. If I don't respond, I can't see your comments or bids. All right, pretty obvious. So if I can't see your comments or bids, you got to try something else, like restart your phone or use someone else's phone or get on your computer to try to bid, or send me an email. Figure out what's going on, because it's usually on your end, right? Yeah. So just try different methods to try to get your comments visible. Shipping is free in the US. International shipping is discounted but not free. Okay? Free in the US, but international shipping is not free. It's $10 extra for a light package, 1 pound or less, and $20 extra if it's heavier than that. Okay? So your international shipping is discounted, but it's not free. Shipping is free in the US. I ship all items through the U.S. Post Office. I will always provide tracking numbers. I will issue refunds if requested. Oh, yes. If you are the winner and you're new, you'll need to email me your name, your address, and preferred method of payment. Or you can ask me what I prefer. I usually prefer PayPal, but I have different payment methods that I use. I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.me, Zelle. Okay, just we'll arrange this in the emails. Okay. Okay, that's it for the cheat notes. Good luck, everybody.